Hello there, fellow summoners. MadDogHT here again. We're in Book 2, Act 7.1.3, and we're going on these bottom lanes to the Vision Aarkus boss. Now, this path has 3 nodes: Blaze, Power Access 2, and Power Shield. Power Shield, we all know about, massive power damage. Blaze is new, where you take basically 100% damage over 30 seconds. So you have 30 seconds to do the fight, you get an extra 500% special damage, so your specials are going to do big hits. And me personally, I didn't really enjoy this lane. There was a couple times where the defender kind of goes passive, and it's just like, oh, come on, like, you need to be more aggressive. But here I go, and I light off a special 2, and it just doesn't kill him, and I'm like, oh, come on. And so I'm just ticking away, and finally I get to special 1, and we knock him off and kill him. So that took 66% of my health on that Sunspot. I'm like, okay. And maybe I just needed to use different champs, but I just felt like I just couldn't get into a good rhythm and a good flow. And here we have Karnak, and I'm gonna go in with Domino, or is it Havok? Going with Havok on this one. So these are all rank 3s too, so they should be doing some pretty decent damage. I got the class advantage. So here I'm just trying to build up to a special 2. That Power Access 2, you are able to get good damage on, or get a lot of power up to the special 2 faster. And their Havok 1 special 2 does kill that Karnak, but I did lose about 50% health. Okay, so we have 4 more of these fights. We got this Captain America, and I think I go in with Domino. Yes. I mean, these are super fast, but I just feel like there's no room for error, and if you do mess up, you're about to see a mess up. So this is one of the things I really hate about Domino, is that you cannot do like a combo, initial hit combo into an L2, I think. Oh no, I didn't mess up there. That one worked fine, right? So that killed him off, no problem. But again, I took about 60% health. I think it's on this one where I go back in with Domino. I think I go back in with Domino on one of these fights. Yeah, and I put a couple health pots in because I'm like, well, I'm gonna lose about 50% or so. And this is where I throw my first hit into my dash of the combo into the special 2, and he blocks it. And I know this has been mentioned a lot, but because of how her medium double hit combo goes into place. So right there, I hit once, and he's able to block that, and I do no damage, and I die. Like, that really pissed me off. I'm like, are you kidding me? And I totally forgot. And I know this has happened many times where you go in, you do the first hit on that gunshot double hit medium, and you go into a special, and they block it. It's like 100% chance they're just gonna block it. I don't understand why that happens, but it's super annoying. So I go back in with Havok. I missed the parry off the beginning, which is not ideal because you need to be gaining energy as fast as possible. Now he's going a little bit passive, and he throws off a special 1. Takes a long time. I throw off my special 2, and that one kills him. Okay, good job, Havok. Cleaned up for Domino. All right, so we're going back in. We got 2 more of these fights, and I'm like looking at my health. I'm like, dude, this kind of sucks. Like, I was planning on just using my mutants and destroying these guys with huge specials, but not going according to plan. So here I'm gonna go with Black Widow Clairvoyant. Now Black Widow Clairvoyant, if I would have stayed in bleed stance, and I think I switch out to be Hellfire, I would have been able to heal all of this damage back up because I would have been doing big damage, but I was in Hellfire, and it didn't even do 50%. And I was like, are you kidding me? And I think I tried to switch back but it's just too late. I'm not able to get another special off. She's blocking stuff, and here I tried to go, and I had switched, and I died, and so that really was dumb. But I think Claire could do really well on here. As long as you stay in bleed stance, you should be able to heal back up all the damage, and that's just bad play, bad managing of, you know, switching her stances on my part. So I go back in with Sunspot. I put a few health pots in because I know I'm only going to make it around 50% health before I can get to a special 2, and we light her up and she's dead. Okay, that was nice. That was better. So Sunspot takes her out on that one. I'm not sure if his special 2 would have killed her without the Black Widow Clairvoyant damage. Not sure. Basically, you need a champ that can kill these guys on one special 2. If it's not, you're pretty much going to die and most likely not going to get around to getting another special 2. So I'm like, okay, well, I was going to use Doom on Aarkus. So I go in and I throw a health pot on Sunspot again. And I probably should have done it on Havok, because his specials seem to be hitting harder. At least they killed him on those 2 attempts. But here he dashes back. Okay, we're going in. And he's just holding block. He dashes back. I'm like, dude, come on. I get a 8-hit combo in, and we light off a special 2. Doesn't kill him. I'm like, just doesn't kill him. It's not enough. He needs like another solar flare, and there's just not enough time to do that. There's not enough time to get one solar flare and then back, I don't think. Or maybe there is. You just need to be at full health. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna go do Havok. So I heal him up because you need about half health of a rank 3 to get to a special 2. And so we're going. Okay, yes, power, give me power. He throws a special 1, it's really long, and I think we get right to an L2, and just enough health to kill him off. So I'm like, okay, we cleared the lane, we're all good. We just got Vision Aarkus left, and I'm like, Doom should be able to do this, and I just really didn't read and understand the notes and make a good plan for Doom, because I know that I have alliance mates that said that Doom does work, but you just kind of have to play different. So I swap in Symbiote Supreme, thinking that he could be an option. But again, I didn't read, and thinking, okay, Symbiote Supreme is a good option for this. But if you look at the notes, Special Burst Lockdown 2, Power Shield, Power Reversal, and Fisher. And so I'm thinking Symbiote Supreme should be able to do this, right? Well, he starts off with a power gain buff, and that puts on a power lock. And remember, every time that the defender activates a special attack, he puts an armor break and a heal block on you. So boom, right there, he's activated a special, and I'm like, crap, well, I'm gonna take major cold snap damage, and we're going, and like my power is, I need power with Symbiote Supreme. So he activates another armor break and heal block, and I'm in the corner, and he's still getting power gain. I haven't been able to stagger him. I can't get close to him, otherwise I'm gonna get the cold snap. Okay, now then he throws off another special, so I'm like constantly in this phase where I'm armor broken, and yeah, it's just no bueno. I was able to stagger his power gain, so I'm not getting cold snapped, and I'm like, okay, but yeah, Symbiote Supreme, I just don't see how he can be a viable option because his power gain gets gimped significantly. And my Mystic Dispersion is 3 out of 5, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go with Doom. But with Doom, you do not want to steal his power gains. I think and if you knock him down, I'm trying to think, if you knock him down with a heavy, you're going to stagger him. and you're gonna steal power gains, and then you get those power locks. Now I'm power locked, and I'm like, okay, that sucks. I can't get armor broken, which is nice. But I'm just like, oh, how am I supposed to deal with this guy and his massive power gain? And I think I should have just been heavying him or whatnot and applying staggers. And then I just get combo to the face. I missed that dex on the L2, which to be honest, I'm not great with. I usually can get the first one, but I just don't have the timing for the second. I throw in an L2 at him to get some incinerate damage going, and he doesn't want to throw again, and I die to an L3. So I was like, oh, this lane has been quite frustrating. And so I'm like, well, if Doom and Symbiote are gonna get power drained and get me like that, then Claire should be good, because Claire can put on the buff immunity and prevent his power gains, which prevent the cold snap when I get armor broke. And I'm like, well, I'm looking at these, and I'm like, how should I do this? And so I end up reviving Claire, and Claire does a fantastic job. It's super easy, no problem. So I use an L3 revive. I got a whole bunch of those from compensation that I still haven't claimed yet. I pretty much finished everything, and I'm just gonna have that go into overflow, so I'm just trying to hold on to those as much as possible. So she can nullify his power gain from the start. She starts with 3 of those charges, so I can nullify 1, and I can nullify another one. There, we're down, and I think I switched to power steal, put on a buff immunity, and you don't really steal a lot of power against vision, because that's just one of his abilities. And I got the buff immunity, so I got a whole bunch of charges to work with, so I can nullify his power gain pretty quick. I switch to Hellfire, and then I burn him to the ground right here, big L2. And I got the buff immunity on, which is going to prevent his power gain from coming up, and pretty much I can stay in Hellfire stance the whole time. I think I end up switching back to bleed, potentially. That one did not put on a buff immunity. I'm not certain why. Maybe I missed it. But yeah, Claire's doing just fine. The fact that you can keep the power gains off of him pretty much at all times. There, we got the buff immunity back up. I think it's going to prevent the next power gain. Yes. And I switched to bleed, and I think I was going to try to get off a heal, and I think I do. Yes, I heal up. It's quite significant, all the way up. And then he activates a special, puts the heal block on. But yeah, I mean, pretty much you want to nullify those power gains as quickly as possible, and then potentially time your L2s to put the buff immunity on, so that you can just pretty much block it entirely. And here I switch back to the power poison power steal mode, launch one, and then I launch another. See, I didn't get a buff immunity on that one, so I'm not sure if it was like timing with some like node activation or whatnot, but that was really weird. But I have plenty of charges to where a medium can nullify the L3s. There I get hammered with another L2. The block damage is pretty decent, and I just about finish him off there. And come on, we just gotta get to another special one. I think I finish him off with. Boom, and he's done. So Claire's a good option. I'm sure Doom can do it. I'm not really sure the rotation, but Claire works. Symbiote does not work. Or I don't know, maybe you can get lucky with the staggers and whatnot, but there, we got this cleared. I don't know, just kind of a frustrating lane overall in general. Health pots used I don't know. Who did you guys use? Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you in the next one.